Narcissist, don't you look at me. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. I was recently asked about a relatively common phenomenon that takes place among certain celebrities. It's often the case that there are fora for people to talk about their experiences where they've had some form of involvement with a celebrity. Sometimes it takes place below the line. Sometimes there are subreddits that discuss all of this. And naturally, one has to take some of the recollections with a pinch of salt because they may well just be made up. But there is, in relation to certain individuals, a common theme that essentially, where people have encountered them, invariably where they've been working, for instance, in menial jobs, they found themselves issued with an instruction not to look the relevant celebrity in the eye, that they're not to talk to them, that in some instances they even have to turn their backs away from the individual as they enter the room. The individual that asked me about this clearly recognized that many of the individuals that this is said in relation to are identified as narcissists, and therefore wondered, why would a narcissist issue an instruction to their people, to their publicist, to their minions, to have it so that when they are dealing with ordinary individuals, that they are instructed not to look at the celebrity, that they are to look away, that they are instructed not to talk to them, or indeed to turn around. Surely that would run contrary to what the narcissist would want. Surely the narcissist would want that the individual's looking at them, because recognizing them and looking upon them would provide them with fuel. Naturally, talking to that celebrity, even if it's just to say hello, would provide them with fuel. So why would a narcissist issue such an instruction? Well, first of all, remember, the narcissist seeks at least one, possibly four things. The prime aims. For most narcissists, this is done subconsciously. The most important aspects of that are control and fuel. And the most important aspect of those two things is control. Accordingly, it could be the case that a narcissist is already well fueled. They've arrived, for instance, at a particular venue where there was a crowd outside, and the crowd cheered them and hurrahed them and waved at them and called out their name. If there's a few hundred individuals, them gathered and calling out that celebrity's name and clapping them and whooping them and cheering them is a large amount of fuel provided from non-intimate tertiary sources, so its potency is low. But because it's proximate, it's a large amount and it's sustained for the time that they walk, say, from their vehicle into the venue. They, of course, have already been dealing with people around them, non-intimate secondary sources. So it's highly likely that the narcissist, when they enter the venue where they encounter the people who are in menial positions, they're already well fueled. Accordingly, they don't need to draw fuel from these individuals who are occupying menial positions. Thus, the need for fuel is either much reduced or absent. Remember that if the celebrity has issued an instruction, this celebrity narcissist has said, I don't want the staff looking at me, make sure they don't speak to me when I pass through, or, for instance, when they're attending to me, they don't look at me, they don't look me in the eye, they don't address me. The fact that the celebrity narcissist can see that that's what they are doing still provides them with fuel because it's a reaction to them. The fact that they are showing deference to them by complying with the instruction provides fuel. But also, it's about control, which is even more important. The fact that these minions, the non-intimate tertiary sources who occupy these menial jobs, are complying with the instruction not to look the celebrity narcissist in the eye, that they're not talking to them, that in some instances they have to turn their backs so they don't look upon this individual, shows that they are compliant and they are under control. Indeed, the rampant ego and need for control of the narcissist is such, and combining with the fact that they have no emotional empathy and no sense of guilt, these individuals are seen as robots. They're seen as objects that are there to do what is required. The narcissist doesn't think to themselves, well, that's not a very nice way to treat people. They don't care about the way these people are being treated. They are there to carry out a function. And in order to maintain that issue of control, the instruction comes, you are there in effect to serve this celebrity. You are there to put on their makeup, attend to their wardrobe, bring them a bottle of water. You are there to bring them the food that they require. Whatever it might be, you're not there to talk to them. You're not worthy. You're not to even look them in the eye. You are not worthy. Do not engage with this celebrity. It reinforces the superiority that the narcissist innately believes that they have over everybody else. These people are not fit to look me in the eye. These people are not fit to even breathe the same air as me. But I'm going to deign to allow them to do that, to discharge the function for which they have been instructed. Thus, whilst you might think that a celebrity would want this level of engagement, the fact is that to begin with, they may already be well fueled. Therefore, they don't need to garner necessarily any more from these individuals. And the very fact of compliance is a form of fuel. But it goes to the point of reinforcing the importance of this individual so that they assert control over the collected people by ensuring that they do as they're told. It is in effect a malign way of asserting control over these individuals by having the instruction that they're not to look the celebrity in the eye or talk to them. And it's not a very pleasant way to deal with them, but the celebrity doesn't care. They're driven by their narcissism, which tells them that they're important, that they're superior, that they are a better person than those around them, that they don't have to engage. Indeed, their time is so important, they can't be bothered to even look these people in the eye, to even have to engage with them. Why should they? This celebrity is hugely important. This celebrity is a megastar. This celebrity is above these individuals. They are mere beetles crawling around. And that is the mindset which causes certain narcissists to behave this way. What about the instance of a psychopath that would engage in this behavior? They will not need fuel. But why would they continue to cause other people to not be allowed to look them in the eye and not talk to them and to turn their backs on them, etc.? A simple reason, again, is control, because the psychopath wants control, but it also demonstrates the greatness of the psychopath for playing with those individuals. They're mannequins that are there to be adjusted and controlled to the whim of the psychopath. That they are, in essence, playing a game with these people. The psychopath doesn't care about them in the way that the narcissist doesn't care about them. But the psychopath doesn't need the fuel. The psychopath requires almost the amusement, the knowledge of being able to control these individuals by having it such that they can't look upon them. Again, of course, the psychopath will have narcissistic traits, and there is a degree of grandiosity and vanity that is experienced even with a pure psychopath. But their motivation for this kind of conduct is born not out of any threat to control, but simply needing control. Not because they fear these individuals so that they want them to look away from them, but rather it's simply a case of, I can play with these individuals because I am the almighty whoever. And it amuses me to do this. Thus, the query as to why certain celebrities, be they narcissists or psychopaths, engage in this behaviour where they treat people who are in fairly humble and menial jobs in a manner whereby they're given express instructions not to look these celebrities in the eye, not to talk to them, etc., is down to the reasons that I've just explained. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.